Happy New Year. It is 2020. I apologize for being not around to do my movie reviews like I used to. I got so caught up with life and work and school. Like I just haven't had that time to do movie reviews. Hopefully New Year I can try to be more consistent in doing reviews. Um, so yes, I can't say I promise anything, but I will try my best to continue to do my movie reviews. So to kick off the year, I decided that I was going to watch a movie called Underwater, starring Kristen Stewart. I think that's her name, the girl from the Twilight series. The previews made it look like it was going to be good, like a sci-fi horror or a sci-fi thriller. So I was like, sure, why not? Like I haven't watched any of those type of movies in a while. So I watched it and I'm gonna talk about it. Hopefully it won't be long, but y'all know how I am. It's going to be a spoiler, so if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this review yet. Go watch the movie, come back to me, and hopefully we will agree on the same thing. Now, my scaling of 1 to 10 has not changed. A 10 being I like it, I love it, I want more of it, to a 1 as to why it was like even created, thought about like who put money into this movie. So with Underwater, I'm giving this movie a 1. A 1. And I am going to tell you why. This movie was a huge disappointment. It's the worst movie I've seen so far. I know I've watched the movie Cats. I have not did a review on that. I probably won't, but I know that people say that Cats is like a pretty bad movie. And it probably is, like, to you, but I give that movie probably like a 3. But with this one, they could have did so much more with it. Um, like I said, Kristen Stewart is in it. She's one of the main characters, obviously. And basically, I don't really know what's going on. I think it's just like her and a group of people are just up underwater, and the sea station is crushing, and like about to blow up and everything, and along the way of them trying to go to a safe haven, another sea station or whatever, there's these sea creatures that are down in the on the very bottom low of the sea level that's like trying to kill them. But I just felt like I didn't care about anybody in the movie, whether they survived or died, to be honest. The cast was not well put together. I'm just going to say that from the get-go. The cast was not well. They they worked well together, but they could have chose different people to play these roles, and anyone could have played Kristen Stewart's part. I tell you that much. Anyone could have played her part. Um, so pretty much in the beginning, yeah, I thought she was dreaming, to be honest, but no, it just rolled right into like a shitstorm, pretty much. Like everything just went downhill with the sea station just crumbling and having to run and run away from the water so they just like don't drown. She run across this black character and everything, and then they're crawling through like debris, and then they stumble across TJ Miller. I'll get to him in a second. So it's them three, and then they like meet up with um, three other people. One of them is the captain and everything. And then the captain's like, hey, we have to leave this station to go to another station that's super far away. And everyone's like, whoa, don't like the idea. He's like, we don't have no choice. We die here or we die trying to get to this other sea station. So they're like, okay. Um, Immediately, usually before I even say this, I usually don't care about like who dies first, but the black guy dies first. He already comes off as terrified, like just already scared anyways of the situation that they're in. But it feels like in real life they're like, you're literally gonna die in this movie. So like that's how it came off. Like when he died, it was just like immediately. He wasn't in the movie for like 10 minutes and he passed away. And it should never happen. That was stupid. He sacrificed himself, which was like nice, but it was not necessary. So he dies and then like the movie is just like dark. So with them like traveling in the water, like on the ground, like in the sand and everything, um, they will hear noises and stuff like that. And the the creatures, I understand like water blurriness or whatever, but come on, like they should have made it more clear of showing the sea creatures, sea aliens. I don't know what you want to call them, but I didn't I didn't like the look of the aliens like at all. I thought they were dumb looking, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. It's just that I've seen better. I've seen better like science fiction, thriller, horror films. Um, and this is just not one of them. Um, I'm trying to think what else. So TJ Miller, he's supposed to be the comic relief, and he's not funny. He's not funny at all. Like none of his jokes, like, I don't know, none of his jokes like really made me laugh. And then he cared about a bunny, a stuffed bunny to be exact. It would have been better if he had a real bunny with him that he was trying to, keep safe. But it was just a stuffed bunny that he held on to. I just he didn't really explain the significance of the bunny either. He just would pet it and talk to it and stuff it away. But I wish it was a real bunny. If it was a real bunny, I think it would make it more interesting. At least something in the movie that I would have cared about, to be honest. Um, yeah, like it doesn't really explain why they're down at the bottom of the ocean. I understand it's like a company or whatever called Tian, I guess, and they do drilling. And maybe the drilling went wrong and woke up these creatures. I don't know. It doesn't really explain that much. It just pretty much the whole sea station is crumbling and they just need to escape. But they didn't really give time to explain anything in this story. I don't know if you like stuff like that, like they're just going, going, going without explaining of what's happening, but they didn't really explain that. Now, with the captain, I've seen him in other movies, but the captain of the sea station, um, he he had like drawings and pictures and stuff like in his locker, but I wish like there would have been a scene as to like Kristen Stewart asking like, "Hey, like what's really going on here? Like what mission do we have down here?" Because obviously the company do know that these sea aliens or whatever is down here and messing things up all the time. And like the captain did know and he never explained anything. I mean, he dies and then like Kristen Stewart goes into his locker and inside the locker it shows that there's diagrams and maps pointing to the bottom of the sea and like drawings of like sea creatures. And it was just like, I wish that the captain would have explained that. Like, the story could have just went way better than the way that it did. Um, the sea aliens, they it just, they didn't pique my interest. To me, they looked like silhouettes of zombies, like in the water, like in some scenes. And then I don't know, they it looked like they took some of the looks from the movie Cloverfield. If you watched Cloverfield before, so yes, so some of those creatures look like from Cloverfield. And then like I guess it was like them evolving as well. So like the baby alien sea creature, like it kind of resembled like the baby alien from Alien. So I'm like, okay, they don't have an original idea alien, so they took that idea and then like it evolved to like another creature with like a lot of legs, and then that's what it looks like to me from Cloverfield. And then they had like a big old alien that uh, maybe that was probably the best one, the best alien, like the big sea creature alien thingy. But even then, nothing just nothing piqued my interest in this movie. It was just bad. There was two people that was supposed to be together. I don't know. They kind of didn't act like it. They act like they was really good friends, but they never kissed each other. They never hugged one another. They never even said I love you when they felt that they were about to die. So I was like, why even have like a couple in there? Because they didn't act like a couple at all. I promise you that much. They did not act like that they were together. People would say stuff to them like off to the side, like, oh, she's a keeper, make sure you treat her right and stuff like that. But other than that, the two characters is like I want to say she may look a little Asian, like an Asian girl and a white guy. They just didn't act like that they were together, but they were supposed to be together. But it just didn't seem like it at all. Yes, I don't know what else to say about this movie. It was just like, it was bad. I didn't feel like it was original. You know, the movies that I did think of was like a movie called Sphere. I don't know if you remember a movie called Sphere. That was a good movie. Um, like anything like underwater movies, I felt like was better than this one. I felt like this movie was made just to get money, like just to like someone needed money, so they made this movie. I don't know. I don't like it. I didn't like this movie at all. It's not my favorite. Like I said, I gave it a 1. Worst movie of 2020. It could have been so much better. Like they didn't really sit around and talk and come up with good plans. They didn't really go into anyone's background of their life. Like Kristen Stewart had a necklace around her neck and she would hold on to it, but no one ever asked her like, "Hey, what is the necklace all about?" or anything. And I know she had a picture of her and the guy, but no one didn't really talk about that, like ask her about the guy. Um, yeah, and then like TJ Miller with the bunny thing, he never talked about what was the significance of a stuffed bunny, why he loved it so near and dear. And then like the couple I talked about, they didn't act like a couple at all. They could have just been best friends, but I guess that was like a couple on the ship. I mean, on the ship or whatever you want to call that. And then the captain, it was like a scene that they kind of made it seem like that he was senile because he was like, I have a daughter and she's 14 years old. And then like Kristen Stewart went inside of his locker and pulled out a picture of a 14-year-old girl, which was his daughter that died. So I don't know if he's like delusional or senile within the movie. But yeah. And like I said, there was a black guy in there, but he only lasted like maybe 10 minutes of the movie. He sacrificed himself. Um, but yes, this movie could have been done way differently. Way differently. And I could see where they try to be different, but it wasn't different. It wasn't original. So thank goodness I had a gift card that paid for this movie because I wasn't going to come out of pocket for this. It was a waste of money. And if you watched it, then hopefully you agree with me with the movie because it was just downright bad. So that was my review on Underwater, starring Kristen Stewart. I give it a 1 out of 10. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that you've probably catched in the movie. And if you want to leave a comment below, please do. If you have not subscribed to me, subscribe, like, and thank you for watching. And I will see you later. Bye.